Hello and welcome to a very short introduction to A-Level Economics here at Dubai English Speaking College. My name is Mark Gardner, I'm the head of the BELT faculty here at DESC, and that includes A-Level Economics as part of our offering. Now we've chosen to study AQA, A-Level Econ, and over the next 4 or 5 minutes, hope to explain a little bit more about the course, but more importantly what it takes to become a top A-Level economist. So let's start with the assessment. And you're going to be assessed over 3 different papers. These are paper 1, paper 2 and paper 3. Paper 1 looks at markets and market failure and is focused on microeconomics, and this will award you a third of your total marks. Paper 2 is on the national and international economy, and this is focused on macroeconomics, and this again will award you a third of your total marks. And then finally, economic principles and issues, paper 3. This is a synoptic paper, and this can test you on your knowledge and understanding of both micro and macroeconomics. Now, the structure of the exams, paper 1 and paper 2 are very similar, but paper 3 takes a slightly different approach. So paper 1 is split into section A and section B, as is paper 2. Now, both of these have case studies at the start, which is half of the paper, and these are data response. The second half of the paper are 2 essays combined, which will award you 40 marks. The good thing about paper 1 and paper 2 is you can choose one of 3 different combinations of essay titles to allocate those 40 marks. Paper 3, however, takes a slightly different approach. The first part of it is multiple choice. There'll be 30 questions with multiple choice answers, and these tend to assess the more mathematical elements of the course. The second part of paper 3, 50 marks are awarded on a case study that's given to us as part of the exam paper. This is normally a business scenario or a context, and you as an economist must advise given a particular role. More of that in a minute or two. So let's take a little bit of a deeper look into paper 1 and microeconomics and what you might learn over the course. For paper 1, you're going to learn about markets and market failure, and of course government intervention to try and solve these market failures. This is going to take you down a journey of looking at economic decision making, the role of economic agents such as firms and individuals, and it's going to base on the assumption that firms and individuals make rational decisions. Quite often this is not true, and later on in year 13 you should study behavioural economics, which gives you an insight into some of the pressures that people are under when they make decisions. We'll also look at the theory of the firm and how firms operate differently given the market context they're in. As well as this, you'll learn about labour markets, which will include a demand for labour, wage determination, and the role of trade unions and how they intervene into different types of labour markets. Now on to paper 2, and as I said earlier, this is on macroeconomics. So we start by learning about the national economy, and this is the national economy focused really in the United Kingdom. So this looks at what is the macroeconomy and who it affects. And then we break down the macroeconomy into economic growth, unemployment, inflation, and trade. And then we look at strategies and policies that can affect all of those various macroeconomic indicators. In year 13, we look a little bit more closely at financial markets, focusing really on the financial crash of 2007 and 2008. We also look at international trade, so we take the UK's role, and we develop that in a global sense, as well as some other case material from other countries and how they manage their macroeconomic environment. So on to paper 3. This is a synoptic paper. Now paper 3, as I mentioned earlier, has 30 multiple choice questions, and these cover both macro and micro concepts. And then of course you have 50 marks allocated to an advisory role that you're given. Now, not only will this test your knowledge of economics, but will also test your knowledge of being able to write in context. Therefore, what makes a good economist? Now, you'll see at the top here, we do have very strict minimum grade entry requirements, and we do require both a 6 or above in maths and English literature. This is because much of the content and concepts that you'll learn is mathematical in its nature, but much of the way you display your understanding of these concepts will require long written essay. And each paper, paper 1 and paper 2, both have 2 25-mark essays. Ideally, okay, you need to achieve a 6 in another essay writing subject as well. Now, I've put IGCSE in economics, however, this does not have to be the case. We do welcome students who haven't studied economics at GCSE. So, what makes a good economist? Well, this is what a lot of our students go on to do after. They go into economics, they go into finance, they go into business management, law, politics, philosophy, and psychology. But then whilst you study economics at A level, it sits very well with a number of the other A levels we offer here at school. So history is an excellent subject to go alongside economics. Politics is an excellent subject to go alongside economics. And a lot of our students choose to study mathematics as well alongside business. So finally, okay, can you add your name, or do you want to add your name and your face to a list of famous economics students? Okay, I'll move my face, although I am one. Okay, and now we've got Mick Jagger, Elon Musk, Lionel Richie, Tiger Woods, and of course the man in the bottom right needs no mentioning. Okay, all of these guys here studied economics. Okay, hopefully if you choose to do so as well, we can have your face alongside those. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen. I wish you every success in your studies over the next year or so. Should you have any further questions regarding the course, then please do contact the college. And I wish you every success and hope to see you all studying economics in the new academic year.